Alright, we're winding down the week here. It's the final week of Part 2, Season 13. Microbot Mayhem, Big Hero 6 Season. We got 2 chapters here to check out this morning. Starting off here with Chapter 5, Final Battle. Getting a few races done here. Wind down the remaining part of Big Hero 6 Season. Alright, first race here. Also an outreach race. Get that going. Transpacific Speedway. Classic race. Win and go through 14 speed pads. Plenty of speed pads in.
Me? I'll do what's right for everyone.
Probably be alright. Not 45, but it's close enough for me. Oh yeah, that's typically what's gonna do it. It'll vary from, because sometimes it'll be something as simple as a prelim fell on the line and caused a short type of thing, and those are a little bit faster to repair than that kind of larger destruction, because you have to get all the poles replaced and you have to get all the lines rerun. Alright, that was a little late. Eee. How's it going there, Growth Wobbler? Good to see you. You've been doing well. Happy Friday. Goodness. Doing a little bit of Disney Speedstorm this morning. Racing along. Oof. They're going kind of sideways there. Some people have problems going over those jumps if they're accelerating. Like the Nitro. Had a time trial been a while back with Hans, and he couldn't go up those hills if he was nitroing because he would just smack right into the ledge as he was driving up them, because apparently he was going too fast. So it was kind of frustrating. I have to go shop again. Keep your dinners around for a week or two. Yep. Not ideal. Yeah, I wasn't sure I went through enough of the speed pad. That's fortunate. I need to rerun that.
I promise to do all I can.
I was focusing on trying to win the race, so I wasn't running the right direction I needed to find all those speed pads.
This car, she needs
How
to
hard
be
can
driven.
this be? Open the gates and let.
There's one right here. Second one right there. Third one right there. Fourth one up here, so that's important. Probably want to skip the grind rail. 5. There's a 6th one over there, but missed it. Okay, I was gonna go up there, but one there, one there. Okay. Yeah, the big problem is that it took that grind rail. I don't know how I was missing him. I think that works a little better. Helped offset some of the cost of replacing stuff, yep. Alright, so moving along to stage number 2 here. Mirage Challenge, single skill race. Win and use 5 charge skills.
I'll do what's right for everyone.
Go with Lightning Racer here.
Genies in mirror may be closer than they appear.
I understand.
First one there gets a parade. It's gonna be epic.
We're pretty far beyond the palace walls, aren't we? Is this safe? Let me try.
Need to be using charge skills. Some skills like that, I don't have much reason to use as a charge moment. Move behind me, but missed it.
Here I go.
If going forward, there's an actual set of item boxes in that direction. Needed item boxes that desperately. At this point, I don't think so. You get 3 lap to brace it. Makes it pretty easy to enough for them to collect along the way.
There you go. That was exhilarating.
Bet you only need 5. Right. More crew shards there. And make way back to stage number 3, downtown circuit, color match race. Win using 2 unique skills. Yep.
I'm really good at hero stuff.
There's a lot about me you don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I'm in.
Chance to race with her too often.
In the zone today.
Daisy Duck is on the track.
Wonder how this thing handles.
Thing to make sure to grab those item boxes so that I can actually get the unique skills that I need. Actually, there just aren't a lot of them in this stage, so it's gonna be kind of awkward.
No, no.
One, and then get another one the next lap. You come from. There we go. I'm almost worried about it.
Right up there with the big dogs.
Oh, fun. Get to the GameCube library there. Alright, we're on stage 4 here, the first Mr. Race, pretty early this time around. Actually, had some extra racer shards here for hunting on it, which would be nice. Shards are full on, of course, there. Collection of upgrade coins.
Ready when you are.
There is none more powerful than me.
I don't have anyone in particular for weekly challenges or anything to work on, so
Just step back and watch.
there's some races here with
Prepare to be
Donald Duck,
amazed.
just because I have him up to a 74% loot points bonus on his crew members there, so quick work of those Mr. Races.
This one's for
For the
Erica.
record, I dislike the Mirage Striker series, but of all of them, the first one was my favorite. I've not played the newer one on the Switch. In fact, it's actually a lot of the reason as to why I dislike them. Mario Kart World. Because they had a tournament mode on the game where you would unlock new characters and all that type of thing as you get through to the end and whatnot. But the problem always kept coming in that if you lost on the last leg of the tournament, then you'd have to do the entire tournament over again to try to actually get that gold trophy at the end, which is not dissimilar from the same frustration I have with the Mario Kart World's AI. Yeah. It's much longer and much more arduous, but the same fact that no matter how much effort you put in up front, it's always just going to be nah, lol, and then just get shut down at the last challenge and have to do everything else over again. Like, but I tried so hard, right? Not hard enough. Making all other rounds completely useless. Except that I still have to do well on those to have made it that far. I have to win every round, they only have to beat me once.
This time, I'm winning the prize.
Time to bring it all together.
It's especially frustrating with the AI of the game like Mario Strikers because the computer was able to control every member of their team, whereas I can only ever control one person at a time. It did. Playing on video game trivia thing. I know someone workshop we were doing it. Digipen, actually. Summer after high school. Then did pretty well most all the rounds, but it had the one bonus quiz question at the very end, the Final Jeopardy one, if you will, and wind up getting it. That's how many rupees were maxed in the original Legend of Zelda. At the time, I wasn't aware of the more intricate nature of the binary system that a lot of games like that use, so now I know it's 255, but at the time it wasn't something I knew off the top of my head. I didn't play the original Zelda that often. Knew most all the other questions, but didn't get that one. Yeah, that one didn't have prizes as opposed to the Smash Bros. Tournament we had later, where again we made it to the finals, but then lost because it was a time match. So those don't usually work in my favor, so we're able to pull down our other opponents' lives fast enough to clinch it in the end. But they also had a Bomberman Generations tournament afterwards, and that one he won. So I think we don't have to win everything. Got a free Game Boy SP, so. Always nice. Alright, so moving along here to stage number 5, Street Sprint. Follow the leader. Win and activate 9 drift boost.
I promise to do all I can. Don't worry, I will not.
Excuse to play this Honey Lemon. I mean, they have a newer one on the Switch. I've not bothered to pick up there. It's something I honestly would like to see on like the Switch Online stuff, because I never really had a chance to play like the really OG Bomberman games. And yes, actually quite a few of them. Heyday in the Super NES era, and bits and pieces are in the N64 era. For me, it was Super Bomberman was the big one. I had the second one as well, but not as fun as that one. There was a lot of weird little changes they made to the game that just didn't flow quite as nice as the first one did. And a lot of weird experimentation they did in the 3D era with things like Bomberman Heroes and but Konami occasionally starts doing stuff in here and there, and that little bonus Bomberman minigame on the new Metal Gear remake there. Oof. Yeah, that's like when they had the little Bomberman Max series and whatnot, where they had the whole red and blue thing, and that was always popular at the time. I released one game, we can release 2. They're 90% the same. Alright, moving along here to stage number 6, Metroville Mayhem. Fog challenge. Also the next Arby's challenge. Win and dash into opponents 8 times. Those are always trickier, but we'll try.
I'm prepared
Can go
for
with
whatever
dash here.
happens. Woohoo!
Dash with dash. Yeah, that sounds right. I don't think I ever played that one though.
Is it all going? Yeah, baby! My soul is rad!
Bomberman Hero back on the N64 was an odd entry that way too, because it was all 1, 2. It was more like a traditional platforming game rather than normal Bomberman maze clutter. ahead, everyone. Just kind of losing count, so I need to. That's not 100% certain if I found enough people, but I'm hoping so. Alright, see how we did. We're good. Make our way back stage 7 here. Landlubber's rally. Single skill race, win, and use 5 backward skills. Okay. Pretty straightforward here. And go with Thurslow and race for the other while.
Oh, you poor, poor souls.
Sorry, just probably grab some moves out of box there. Got 3 laps, so that'll be great. Yeah, I was thinking of that one end. Atomic Bomberman. There you go. Spin off some. Core Bomberman design. Atomic Bomberman was money, but it was very much a product of the 90s PC era, so. Very odd entry in the series. Right. Heartfelt piece of nostalgia, but that was much of the gameplay of that. Wasn't always as well designed as it should be. Mostly just that the speed of the game and the AI designs were into the kind of an odd thing to play. It worked better with your playing with people. So the atomic I am today without it, probably not.
It's too easy.
I actually had a copy of it that we used to play on our old PC. Someone our uncle had for when as we were growing up, so playing on his computer with him when we were hanging out there, but well, not our own one. We actually had a older, years ago, but I don't even know if that would still work on our modern Windows machine. Voice actors for the 2 cartoon characters did the voices for all the Battlr Man. It was an interesting game because it had like a up to 16 player multiplayer, I think, so it was made for a really hectic experience compared to standard 4-player Battlr Man. Yeah, pretty much everything that they did, from dropping a bomb and picking up the power up to always spouted off some sort of comical 90s style one-liners. I loved it. Alright, number 8 here. Forging ahead, floating objects, win from 9 arrow stunts.
Reindeers are better than people, but you can trust me.
I can't wait to feel the wind through my twigs.
It was manic as bananas.
There's no stopping me. Diggity dog, I'm excited. Oh, is this like a land ship? A learn ship.
I remember some folks from back then Becky was playing an old point-and-click adventure puzzle game. Chess game that they had on there that for the life of them they couldn't beat the computer at, because that was really the issue with the old version of the game. Old processor, the computer would only be able to process so many potential moves at any given time, and then usually time out after a certain threshold, so that was, maintaining pacing in the games would be like, this one. But modern system that can process out the moves more efficiently, which means that it was almost impossible to win a game with. Something like Battlr Man, which is mostly a reflex game, it makes that it'd be nearly impossible to trip the computer up and be able to immediately react to absolutely everything that's going on the screen. That sounds right. Actually did a full-blown remake of that not that long ago. Which stuff like that is actually nice for that reason, because then you can fix some of those underlying issues by applying them to a newer system, so that's not as frustrating a gameplay experience. I think it was fine at the time, and then things changed. Alright. Shards there for Hercules. And move along to your stage number 9. Alley Dash. Classic race, win and use 6 skills.
We can do this together.
Let's do this!
What else are you gonna do with your hands?
There's only room for one
This
diva
time,
here.
I'm winning the prize.
Good luck, everyone!
Excuse me!
straightforward. And pick up whatever this is. More crew shards. And move away along to stage number 10 here. Last Battlr's challenge, get that going. Frosty Freeway, last one standing. Win the race and drift for at least 4 seconds. That should be alright.
Excellent choice. Oh, nobody's faster.
Let's dash here again.
My turn.
Last one standing is gonna get kind of tricky with the higher levels here.
Everybody okay as long as I remember my game.
It's hard for me to maintain quite as heavy a lead. That nonsense. It's wicked googly. Kind of rough. Eventually want to use his ability there, but trying to get some more drifting going. Yeah, that was pretty much my thought process, yes. They slow down so much going over the ramp there, so then just like catch up to him. Yeah, unfortunately there wasn't anything I could do because once they get knocked like that, then they just get in their lockdown state where all of them just magnetize ahead of me and I can't pass them. Once they quit punching me constantly, it's fine.
Maybe I should slow down next time.
Woo! Attachment for Mulan, I'm guessing. You don't tell me who they're for. Alright, moving on to stage number 11. Next mystery race, which gives us a few more race shards to get for Honeyed Lemon. More crew shards there for Alistair. Bunch of upgrade coins. Maybe a few more races going with Donald again.
Eat my dust! Mickey Mouse is in the house!
And Spirit Helm. for debris. There we go. Not so much the barrier that I need, but it's nice to be able to maintain nitro a lot better. Yeah, there you go. People need to know. I think the most difficult part is finding all the IP owners, as far as, like, it's an old Interplay game, so I don't know who. You know, Konami has the overall Bomberman license, but I don't know if that pertains to the code to that particular game or not. Always a headache. The kings of the manic 90s video game scene. Your friend Jim, Clay Fighter, Boogerman. I think he used to work on a couple of online RPGs and stuff back in that day too. Really, Ultima Online, I think they did some development with. I don't really remember that well. Yeah, it was one of the major online RPG games. Like I said, I couldn't remember which one it was. All the different PC games I played on the regular. Yeah, some sort of mini golf game I played for a while that they worked on. Now we can from that for right now, so that brings us here to the last stage of this chapter. Boss challenge, Big City Trail. Take on the one and only Goofy.
Time for a new adventure.
Pretty easy thing to look up on like a Wikipedia or whatnot. See the full publishing list that Interplay worked on back in the day.
Relax, honey lemon.
It's like, oh yeah, I remember that game.
Excuse me.
Yeah, especially. Ooh, sorry, I went the wrong way. I need to do it right. Especially within the period of time between my day and age and modern industry. Realistically, in any of the major shifts, because like a whole drop out of certain heavy startup companies during the end of the Atari era, and then start getting into the more modern gaming era. Then there was a lot of companies that just couldn't keep up with the whole shift in publishing dynamics and Kickstarter and all that nonsense that comes standard so much for how people produce games these days. Like, it was different in my day. It's how we did things. Now we have to have all this web presence and constant spamming on Instagram and Twitter of all of our developer commentary and community fan groups and Discord even before we start releasing any games. Yeah, a lot of big companies like Interplay, Acclaim, Hudson Soft, just to name a few offhand. A lot of them get THQ, a lot of them get bought up by other larger companies or get reorganized, so still THQ by name, but after a completely different company bought up all their intellectual property, including the name. Yeah, that's for some people that works out that simply. It's just like, I just posted this random screenshot of the game I've thinking developing on Kickstarter, and next thing you know, it comes to the next big hype and go like, okay, my job's done. Just have to actually release the game. Right, that's a new avatar. Haha. And final set stuff here for rewards box. That's for Elsa there again. Baymax avatar, some more coins. Alright, that brings us to the end of chapter 5 then. Alright, so I have one more chapter left to do here for the one down this season. I'll stop by here a little bit later this morning, check out chapter 6 inside the teleportation channel. Won't have too many races to do there before we wind up inevitably hitting a wall, but we did what we can. Check out how all potentially we can get for prize boxes and everything else there as we wind down the last bit of racing here for part 2 of season 13, Make Hero 6 season.